Have you ever been in a room, maybe at a cafe, at work, or even walking down the street, and suddenly you feel it, that unmistakable sense that someone's eyes are on you? You glance over, and sure enough, there he is staring. Now, here's the funny part. In that moment, your mind probably goes in a million directions. Is there something on my face? Did I wear this outfit wrong? Or wait, does he actually like what he sees? We as humans are curious creatures, and women especially want to know, what exactly is he looking at? Because let's be honest, men are not as subtle as they think they are. When they find something attractive, they stare. Sometimes it's quick, sometimes it lingers, but trust me, their eyes are constantly giving away what's going on in their heads. But here's where it gets interesting. Most women assume men are only staring at the obvious: physical curves, body parts, or something purely surface level. And while yes, men are visual creatures, that's not the whole story. Men's stares reveal a lot more than just attraction to looks. Their eyes scan for things that speak to confidence, charm, personality, and yes, even energy. And this is exactly why I wanted to make this video, because once you understand what men can't help but stare at, you'll stop doubting yourself and start realizing just how much power you actually hold in those small everyday moments. So today, I'm going to reveal the 5 specific things men stare at on women, the things that captivate them, make them curious, and sometimes even drive them a little bit crazy. And I promise you, a couple of these will surprise you. When it comes to attraction, one of the first things men can't help but stare at is your smile. And here's the thing most people don't realize: a smile is not just about lips or teeth, it's about the entire feeling it creates in the other person. When a man sees a woman smile, it does something to him emotionally. It tells him she's approachable, it signals warmth, and it instantly shifts his state of mind. Think about the last time you were in a room where everyone was tense. Maybe it was a work meeting or a social gathering where people didn't know each other well. The moment someone genuinely smiled, didn't the entire energy in the room change? That's exactly the effect your smile has on a man. Now, here's what makes it even more powerful. Men don't just notice if you're smiling, they notice how you smile. Is it forced, polite, like the one you give a cashier when you're in a rush? Or is it the kind of smile that lights up your whole face, crinkles your eyes, and feels real? Men stare at genuine smiles because they can't fake the feeling it gives them. It's not just about beauty, it's about authenticity. And in a world where so many people walk around guarded, when a woman lets her real smile shine through, it feels like sunshine on a cloudy day. A smile also communicates confidence. Think about it: when you're nervous or insecure, it's harder to smile freely. But when you're comfortable in your own skin, your smile flows naturally. Men pick up on that. When he sees a woman who smiles with ease, it tells him she's not overthinking. She's not trying to be someone else. She's present. And that presence is magnetic. There's also a playful element here. A smile can be an invitation. It's often the green light that tells a man, yes, you can come talk to me. Without saying a single word, you've opened the door for connection. Men are constantly scanning for signals of whether it's safe to approach, and your smile is one of the clearest ones they'll ever get. You might think it's small, but to him, it's huge. And let's get even deeper for a moment. Men stare at smiles because subconsciously they're looking for joy. At the end of the day, attraction isn't just about who looks good. It's about who feels good to be around. When you smile, you're showing that you can create joy in the moment, that you can bring lightness to life. And men, whether they'll admit it or not, crave that, because the truth is, everyone wants to be with someone who makes them feel good, who reminds them that life doesn't always have to be so serious. I want you to imagine 2 scenarios. In the first one, you're out at a restaurant, sitting with friends, but you're glued to your phone, expression neutral, maybe even a little stressed. A man across the room glances your way, and sure, he notices you, but there's nothing that invites him in. Now picture the second scenario, same setting, same you, but this time you laugh at something your friend says, and your smile lights up your whole face. You're leaning back, shoulders relaxed, eyes sparkling. He looks over and suddenly he can't look away. Why? Because your smile didn't just change your face, it changed your energy. That's why men stare at smiles. It's not just about attraction in the physical sense. It's about the way a smile makes them feel. It reminds them of lightness, warmth, and connection. And here's the best part. It doesn't require you to be perfect or wear makeup or even be dressed up. It's free, it's authentic, and it's one of the most irresistible parts of you. So the next time you catch a man staring, remember, it might not be the curve of your body or the details of your outfit he's focused on. It could simply be the way your smile has the power to stop him in his tracks and make him feel something real. When a man looks at a woman, one of the most magnetic things that immediately draws him in is her eyes. And I don't just mean the color of your eyes or whether you've mastered the perfect eyeliner look. I'm talking about the way your eyes connect. Because here's the truth: your eyes are not just something he sees. They are something he feels. Men stare at a woman's eyes because they are searching for emotion, for connection, and for the kind of unspoken conversation that only eye contact can deliver. Think about it. How many times have you locked eyes with someone across a room and felt that rush, that spark, that almost electric pull that makes your stomach flip? That wasn't just a glance. That was chemistry being born in silence. Men are highly visual, yes, but the eyes are different from the rest of the body. The eyes hold mystery. They reveal confidence. They tease playfulness. And they can be unbelievably seductive without a single word being spoken. Here's why men stare. The eyes are truth tellers. A smile can be faked, words can be rehearsed, but eyes don't lie. They show whether you're genuinely interested, whether you're shy, whether you're confident, or even whether you're bored out of your mind. A man can look into your eyes and instantly feel if there's something more there or if it's just surface. And that's why when he catches that spark, he can't look away. Eye contact also creates tension, the good kind. Imagine this, you're at a party talking to someone and across the room there's a man who keeps glancing at you. At first it's just a second or two, but then your eyes meet again, and this time it lingers just a moment longer. You look away pretending you didn't notice, but a few minutes later it happens again. That unspoken back and forth. That's attraction being built right in front of you. Your eyes are creating a private world between the two of you, even in a crowded room. And let me tell you, men love this game because eye contact is the safest, most thrilling way to flirt without saying a word. It's like throwing him a rope and daring him to grab it. A lingering glance, a subtle narrowing of the eyes, a half smile paired with a gaze, it all drives him a little crazy because he's trying to decode the message. Is she into me? Was that look for me? Did she just give me the green light? The suspense, the mystery, the not knowing. That's exactly what makes your eyes so intoxicating to him. But here's the bigger picture. Men stare at your eyes because they are drawn to the emotions behind them. If your eyes show joy, he feels uplifted. If they sparkle with curiosity, he feels drawn in. If they hold mystery, he feels challenged. Men are emotional creatures, even if they don't admit it openly, and your eyes are the most direct window into that emotional world. And remember this, confidence shows in the eyes more than anywhere else. You can be wearing the most beautiful dress, the perfect heels, flawless makeup. But if your eyes are darting around nervously, avoiding his gaze, it tells him you're not fully secure. On the flip side, if you look directly at him, hold eye contact, and let it linger just a moment longer than expected, you'll have him hooked. That tiny gesture communicates volumes. It says, I see you, I'm not afraid, and I'm confident enough to hold this moment. So when men stare at your eyes, they're not just admiring beauty, they're chasing connection. They're trying to read your story, feel your energy, and get a glimpse of the real you. And that's why out of everything a man might look at, your eyes are one of the most unforgettable. Because a beautiful body might turn his head, but your eyes are what will make him stay. When a man looks at a woman, one of the most fascinating and powerful things he notices isn't necessarily her outfit, her makeup, or even the details of her face. It's her body language. Men stare at how you move, how you carry yourself, how you occupy space. And this is something you might not even realize you're communicating every single day. Your body language sends messages before you ever open your mouth, and men are experts, whether consciously or not, at rating them. Picture this, you walk into a room, shoulders back, posture open, moving with intention. Without saying a word, you've just communicated confidence. Men pick up on that instantly. Now, contrast that with walking into the same room, but this time you're hunched forward, arms crossed, eyes glued to your phone. Same woman, same outfit, but two completely different energies. Which one do you think men are going to be drawn to stare at? Exactly, the one who radiates self-assurance through her presence. Here's the truth. Men stare at body language because it reveals so much more than appearance ever could. The way you walk shows if you're comfortable in your own skin. The way you gesture when you talk reveals warmth, playfulness, or maybe even nerves. The way you stand tells him whether you're open to connection or closed off. He's not just looking at you, he's studying the signals you're putting out. And here's something powerful. Playfulness in body language is magnetic. The little tilt of your head when you're listening, the way you lean in when you're engaged, the playful shrug of your shoulders when you're being cheeky, these are all micro movements that men find unbelievably attractive because they feel spontaneous. They show you're present in the moment, not rehearsed, not trying too hard. Think about flirting for a second. Some of the most powerful flirting doesn't come from words at all. It comes from body language. A lingering glance paired with a slow smile, the light touch on his arm when you laugh, the way you turn your body slightly toward him when he's speaking. Men stare at these things because whether they realize it or not, they're getting signals of interest, comfort, and attraction. And those signals create tension, excitement, and curiosity. Now, here's what makes this even more interesting. Men are deeply affected by contrast in body language. Imagine a woman who seems polished and put together, but then laughs and throws her head back in unguarded moment. That sudden shift, that contrast makes her irresistible. Or a woman who is confident and strong, but then softens her posture when she's comfortable with him. That contrast is what makes him fall harder. Men are drawn to those little glimpses of authenticity that slip through body language. Another thing men stare at is how you move through the world, not in a creepy way, but in a fascinated way. The sway in your walk, the rhythm of your movements, the ease with which you interact with people. It's captivating. Movement is expression, and expression is sexy. It's why you might not remember every word someone said at a party, but you'll remember the way they carried themselves. And finally, here's the big truth about body language. It's contagious when you're relaxed, open, playful, and confident in your movements. It makes him feel relaxed, open, playful, and confident too. Men are drawn to women whose body language makes them feel good about themselves. They'll stare because they want to stay in that energy. They want to keep feeling what you're making them feel. So the next time you notice a man staring at you, don't automatically assume it's about your outfit or your body shape. It could be the way you walked into the room, the way you leaned in with genuine interest, the way you used your body to express joy or playfulness. Because body language is louder than words, and when you own yours, men can't help but notice, and they won't want to look away. When men stare at women, one of the things they can't help but notice is style. And here's the important part. It's not always about the brand of your clothes, how expensive your shoes are, or whether you're dressed in the latest trend. Men don't care about labels the way women sometimes imagine they do. What men notice is how your style expresses you. Think about it, style is storytelling. It's the message you send before you've even said a word. A man looks at what you're wearing and instantly gets a sense of your personality. Are you bold and adventurous? Are you elegant and classic? Are you playful and free-spirited? The colors, the fit, the textures, they all paint a picture of who you are. That's why when a man stares at your style, he's not just admiring fabric, he's trying to understand the woman inside the outfit. Let me give you an example. Imagine two women walking into the same coffee shop. One is in a simple white t-shirt, ripped jeans and sneakers, hair tied back, minimal makeup. The other walks in wearing a sleek dress, heels and bold red lipstick. Men are going to stare at both, but for different reasons. The first woman's effortless style communicates ease, comfort, a kind of down-to-earth vibe that says, I don't need to try too hard. The second woman's style communicates sophistication, boldness, a sense of presence that says, I'm here and I know one is better. The point is, men notice and they're drawn in by the energy the style represents. Men also notice when style feels intentional. Not perfect, not overdone, but intentional. Like when you choose earrings that match your outfit, or the way a jacket fits just right, or even a scarf that adds a pop of color. These small details show that you care about how you present yourself. And trust me, men notice effort. They might not be able to name the cut of your dress or the shade of your lipstick, but they can feel when you've put thought into your style. That thoughtfulness is magnetic. But here's something a lot of women underestimate: men also stare at comfort. You could be wearing the most glamorous dress in the world, but if you look uncomfortable in it, tugging, adjusting, fidgeting, men pick up on that, and it takes away from the allure. On the other hand, when you're in an outfit that makes you feel amazing, where you can move, laugh, and breathe comfortably, men feel that confidence radiating off you. That's what makes style powerful. It's not the clothes themselves, it's how you wear them. And let's not forget playfulness. Men love when style gives little hints of your personality. Maybe it's funky sneakers with a dress, maybe it's a quirky accessory, maybe it's a bold color that screams confidence. These things make men stare because they're unexpected. They make him curious about the woman who had the courage to express herself without apology. Here's the secret: men aren't staring to judge whether your outfit is right or wrong. They're staring because your style gives them clues about you. It's like the cover of a book. They're drawn to it, intrigued by it, and wondering what the story inside might be. Your style creates anticipation. So when you catch a man staring at your clothes, don't overthink it. He's not calculating the cost of your handbag or deciding whether your heels are on season. He's feeling the vibe you've created, the way your style makes you stand out, the way it aligns with the confidence you carry. And that's why style is so powerful. It's not about being perfect, it's about being you. Men can't help but notice when your outside reflects the energy of your inside. And that's what keeps them staring long after that first glance. Of all the things men stare at when it comes to women, the most powerful, and the one that often surprises people, is your energy. Because here's the truth: a man might notice your smile, your eyes, your body language, your style, but what keeps him locked in, what makes him stare without even realizing it, is the energy you radiate. Energy isn't about what you wear or what you say, it's about how people feel when they're around you. It's the invisible aura that surrounds you, and men are unbelievably sensitive to it. Have you ever met someone who on paper looked great, said all the right things, even dressed the part, but the moment you were around them, something just felt flat? That's energy. And on the flip side, maybe you've met someone who wasn't your type at first glance, but the second they started talking, laughing, moving, suddenly they became incredibly attractive. Again, energy. Here's why men stare at energy. It's magnetic, it's contagious. If your energy is light, playful, and open, men feel uplifted just by being near you. If your energy is mysterious and intriguing, they can't stop wondering about you. If your energy is warm and nurturing, they feel safe in your presence. Men might not have the language to describe it, but they feel it deeply. And when they feel it, they stare because they're trying to decode why they're so drawn in. Imagine this: two women walk into the same room. One is gorgeous, stylish, perfectly put together, but she's guarded. Her energy says, don't come too close. The other woman walks in, maybe in a simple outfit, but she's smiling, laughing, engaging with people. Her energy says, I'm present, I'm enjoying life. Who do you think men are going to stare at longer? The second woman, because her energy makes the room feel alive. Now, don't misunderstand. Energy doesn't mean you have to be bubbly or all the time. Some women radiate energy through calmness. Some radiate it through confidence. Some through playfulness. The key is that it's authentic. Men can sense when energy is forced, when someone is pretending to be happy or pretending to be confident. But when it's real, that's irresistible. And here's something even deeper. Your energy is what men remember long after they stop staring. He might forget the color of your dress, the details of your makeup, even the exact words you said. But he will never forget the way your energy made him feel. That's why some women stay in men's minds long after an encounter is over. It wasn't just the look, it was the energy. Energy also explains why chemistry sometimes makes no logical sense. A man might say, she's not my usual type, I can't stop thinking about her. What he's really saying is, her energy is different. It makes me feel something I can't explain. That's the level where attraction moves from physical to emotional, and that's the level where men fall. So when men stare at your energy, it's not creepy and it's not always even conscious. They're staring because something about your presence is affecting them. It could be joy, mystery, warmth, confidence, but whatever it is, it's unforgettable. And here's the empowering part: energy is something you control. It's not about perfection, beauty standards, or even age. It's about showing up authentically, embracing who you are and letting that shine. When you do, men won't just notice you, they'll be captivated by you. That's why out of everything men stare at, your energy is the most powerful, because a smile may catch his eye, but your energy is what will capture his soul. So let's bring this all together. When men stare at women, it's rarely as simple as we think. Yes, men are visual creatures, but what they're truly drawn to goes way beyond just looks. They stare at your smile because it makes them feel warmth and joy. Stare at your eyes because they're searching for that spark, that truth, that unspoken connection. They stare at your body language because it tells them everything about your confidence and how you move through the world. They stare at your style because it reveals pieces of your personality and how you choose to express yourself. And above all, they stare at your energy, the invisible magnet that makes them feel something they can't quite put into words. And that's the beautiful part: none of these things require perfection. You don't need to be the most glamorous, the most polished, or the most ideal version of beauty. You simply need to own who you are, embrace it fully, and let it shine unapologetically. Because when you do, men can't help but notice. And more importantly, the right man won't just stare, he'll stay. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever caught a man staring at you and wondered what on earth he was looking at? Or maybe you've noticed a specific moment when you knew your energy or smile completely disarmed him. Share your story in the comments. I read every single one and I'd love to hear yours. And if this video gave you a new perspective, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this with a friend who could use this little boost of confidence today. Because remember, attraction isn't about trying harder, it's about owning the parts of you that men can't stop staring at anyway.